I've opened up my Python shell in idle here, and I recommend you do the same thing and either follow along or do similar items on your own. Make sure you understand how to work with strings. So I'm going to give myself a string variable. I'm going to put it in the variable named s, so I can use either double quotes or single quotes. Let's put something in here. Learning Python is very fun. I love it. Okay, I've got a string variable s. I can print it out. I get learning Python is very fun. I love it. Just type s. You can see that it is a quoted string. I can find out what the type of s is. It's class str or string. Can find out how long it is, 40 characters long. Let's see if we can just isolate the word Python in it. So let's do a couple of different slices and see how we can get there. It'd be position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 9 up to but not including 15. So if I do, let's give myself another variable. P equals s square bracket 9 to 15. And see what P is. It's just Python. Wonderful. We were able to do it. Let's see if we can do it using negative numbers. Negative 1, negative 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So maybe let's now make P equal S negative 31 to something that is 6 bigger than that, negative 25. P is again Python, so I've proved I can count. Wonderful. Now, let's take our string P and make it all lowercase. So if I do P dot lowercase, now it's just P dot lower, parentheses, I get Python in lowercase. If I do P dot upper, I get Python all in uppercase. Let's take my original, well, let's see, P is still Python, but P dot upper is all uppercase. Notice it doesn't change the original string value. Let's take S and put it in capitalized form, which is the very first letter will be capital, but nothing else. So the L is capital, but it made this P and this I lowercase. S dot title, every single word is capitalized. Let's try a few other things. Let's see if we can find where Python is in here. So if I do s dot find Python, it comes back and says, hey, it's in position 9. Now, I know I've got the word Python in the variable P. I can do s dot find P. It says, yes, I found that in position 9. Let's look for something that isn't there. If I do s dot find Burmese Python, negative 1. Now notice, it doesn't say that that starts in position negative 1. It's returning a negative 1 to say, I didn't find it at all. It would be up to you in your program to interpret that negative 1. Similar to find, I can use the index. s.index of Python tells me a 9. s.index of something that isn't found, Java, gives me an error. Doesn't give me a nice friendly negative 1, gives me an error. Now let's see if I can do s dot starts with Python says false. S dot starts with learning gives me a true. S dot starts with just learn gives me a true. S dot ends with a period gives me a true. S dot ends with a comma says no, it isn't true. Okay, now let's do some stripping and splitting. If I want to return a copy of S with all the leading and trailing white space, well, it doesn't have any. So let me create a new variable. I'm going to say T equals a bunch of blanks in the beginning. This is a string with blanks at beginning and end. Bunch of blanks at the end. So let's see what T is. It's a real long string. T dot strip gives me the string without the blanks at the start and the end. That's very helpful if you're reading things in, say, from the console where people type it in at the keyboard and some people put in a space before they start, and you say, no, I just want to get to the good stuff. Now, what would T dot R strip give me? Leaves the blanks on the left, trims the ones on the right. Or T dot L strip trims the ones on the left, leaves the ones on the right. How about split? Let's do T dot split and give it nothing. It created a string for me, a list that had lots of strings in it, and it used white space to break it up. There was white space before this, then it puts this in, is a string. This could be really helpful to us. If somebody typed in, list all the fruits you want to buy on this week's grocery list. Apple space banana space orange, and you want to process them one at a time. You can just work on the split of that string. Now I can tell it to split on something other than white space. T dot split, and let's split on wherever it finds width. Now it gives me everything up to this is a string. It says I'm going to use this to split it, and then I get everything that came after the word width. Well, nobody would ever split something on width, but suppose T equaled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, okay, yeah, if I use a double quote at the beginning, I need to use a double at the end. If I use a single at the beginning, I need to use a single at the end. Let's make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, double quote, T dot split on a comma. I now have a list that has a 1 in it, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7. Now, notice some of them have blanks in front of them because it's split on the comma. But if I were processing this list, I could then strip each of these and just get the numbers. Suppose I had T equaled apple, orange, banana. And then I do my list equals T dot split on a comma. Let's see what the length of my list is. My list has 3 things in it. My list 0 is apple. My list 1 is orange. My list 2 is banana. So you've seen several things that we can do with splitting, stripping, uppercasing, finding, and so on. Play around with it. Get really used to working with strings. We'll do it an awful lot. You'll have a lot of quiz questions on it, and your programming assignment is going to give you a lot of practice in working with strings and manipulating them. Happy programming.